I hate streaming service algorithms.
Welcome to Grumble Goat. My name is Matt Labodka, and this is a show about all the small things that drive me insane. Let's grumble.
Yes, Netflix, I'm still watching. But that's more of a philosophical question, isn't it? Because, yeah, I was doing other things. I was putting together my Lego set. Was I paying attention? That's a different question, Netflix. But I don't pay your ever-inflating monthly subscription service because I want you to question me. But Netflix's built-in judgmental question is not the only thing I'm grumbling about, because also, these streaming services have made bank while we were all quarantined. It's been a couple years now. Like, why haven't we gotten our algorithms figured out? When I go to click on a show on Hulu, it just starts playing. Like, if I'm on the menu and I click on a show, I want to go to the show menu. I don't want it to just start playing arbitrarily. Maybe I wanted more information, or maybe I wanted to pick an episode. Just because I'm putting on SNL doesn't mean I want to watch season 1, episode 1. Speaking of which, Hulu, when I click on SNL, I want to see a list of episodes because I want to see if there's a new one. I don't want you to automatically start playing the 1986 Thanksgiving special. Come on! Or sometimes I'll hit continue watching and it'll start from where I left off on a show, meaning the closing credits. Come on, Prime! On the other hand, sometimes I have 3 minutes left in a show and I hit continue watching and it goes to the next episode assuming I'm done. How is there not a digital tag that shows whether I hit the credits or not? Get your algorithms together. I hate grumbling about this because I know we're already spoiled with this because we used to have VHSs, and VHSs are the worst form of continue watching because whoever was watching that video last, whether you rented it, whether your brother was watching it, whenever you pop that thing in, it's gonna start wherever it left off. It might be halfway through the credits. It might be in the middle of a sex scene. You never know where it's gonna be. You have to rewind it to find where you're gonna be. Or if you want to continue from the last place you left off, just figure it out. Just sort of bounce back and forth guessing where it was. Yes, the world used to be worse. But if I can log on to Facebook and the first thing Facebook shows me is an ad of something that it has digitally curated knowing that I'm interested in, and I'm actually interested in it, then I have to question my own sanity and wonder how wrapped up I actually am in this modern world of consumerism and how the algorithms actually have me pegged. And if they do, then why can't you just play the episode of Bob's Burgers that I need to see right now? I hate these busted streaming services algorithms, and that's the grumble.
Grumble, 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 grumble.
What?
Grumble, 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 grumble. What's got your goat?
For the latter half of the show, we'll bring in my better half, Veronique, for an unpretentious look and a segment we call
What's got your goat? Oh, the weather outside is frightful, and Matt's book is so delightful. Bob, you just published your book today!
Yes.
Yay! Tell everyone what it's called.
I appreciate the enthusiasm.
Yes.
It's called Zach the Human. But I think you knew that.
I did. I've read it before. It's fantastic.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I just published it. It's a quick, whimsical fantasy adventure. It's about a boy who was raised as a goblin, and he doesn't know that he's human, and
I love it. It's fantastic.
yeah, I'm very excited. So everybody that's a fan of the show, everybody that's listening, go out there and buy a copy just so that you'll enjoy it, I promise, but also help me get up in the algorithm so that Amazon advertises my book for me.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's so exciting. It's so fun. There's a map. I hand drew the map of the world in there, and it's just, it's so great.
It's so good. Yes.
So fun.
I'm so proud of you. It's so awesome. It has a wonderful cast of characters, and they go on quite the adventure, and you will just have to read it and find out what happens.
It's amazing.
I know. I was gasping at the end.
Oh my gosh, gasping.
Yeah.
Everybody should take this opportunity.
Yeah.
Go grab it. And I'm going to put a link in the show notes and go get my book, and it's wonderful.
Check out Matt the Human. Oh. Hold on. Let me do it again.
Thanks. That's Matt the Human. Speaking of entertainment options, what have you been checking out?
The Great.
I know. You were watching The Great just now while I was recording the Grumble.
The second season is out, and it's glorious.
Okay, I think you just gave it more pomp than you gave my book.
Oh, no! It's fantastic. What's so wonderful about The Great is it's very whimsical and it's very funny.
Funny and whimsical. I know a thing or two about that.
Oh, do you?
Check out Zach the Human, available now. Now, how do you watch The Great?
I usually watch The Great on the couch.
Right. I meant like how? Is that on a streaming service?
Yes, it's on a streaming service.
Well, of course it's on a streaming service because we don't have cable. Like, there's no TV
don't.
that comes into the house. It's just streaming services for us.
Yes.
And the Baywatch channel.
Yes, when we find that. But that's also through an app because, again, we don't have cable.
Right. So we use streaming services.
we
You
use
found the
streaming
great. On which one did you find it?
Hulu.
Hulu. Okay, great.
The cast is fantastic.
Now, when you're watching it, because you'll watch because what'll happen is I'll go to bed and you'll be like, oh, I'm just gonna watch an episode of The Great.
Yeah.
Theoretically one, but considering like when I'll wake up in the middle of the night to you sort of rustling in bed, I'm like, oh, she probably watched a couple more than one episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It usually runs into at least 2 episodes.
You're more of the binge
Yes.
personality than I am.
I'm a binger.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
I like one episode at a time. Because like when the producers tell me that this is a complete episode,
Yeah.
I think to myself, okay, I have to stop. I have to absorb what I just saw.
Yes.
Yeah. So I stop after one.
No, that's a healthy way of watching television.
Yeah. And
Yes.
then maybe, it could be the next day. It could be later the same day. I'll put on the second episode.
Oh,
But
okay.
I don't watch 2 episodes at the same time.
Right.
Because I feel that that's cheating what I was told was the complete story.
And then you don't remember if it was episode 2 or 3 because you watched it at the same time.
Or 4 or 5 in your
Right.
case.
Exactly.
It was somewhere between episode 3 and season 2, episode 4.
Right. Oh, what happened? What was the last thing you saw in
The Great?
episode? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I walked in accidentally in a moment and she gave birth. That's the only
I
part of The Great I've
know.
ever seen.
So it's so much more whimsical than her just giving birth. So I said, of
and
course,
she had an audience. Like the whole court was
Yeah.
sitting there watching her
give
waist.
birth. They've had public births back then for noble
Sure they
people.
did.
Yeah, they wanted
Yeah.
to make sure that
Yeah, the Russians loved watching that. That was entertainment back then. That and the guillotine. That's all they had.
that's all they had. They didn't have much.
But you don't have to remember what episode you were on because Hulu does that for you, right?
Yeah, it reminds me.
Oh, it reminds you.
Yeah.
'Cause you log on and you click next episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does it ever do the thing where you hit next episode and it starts playing the credits from the previous episode? Like it forgot.
Oh, like I
It was
wanted
like,
to
oh,
watch the credits.
she stopped watching here the last 2 seconds of the sting at the end of the episode and then the credits.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
Yeah. Why does that happen?
Maybe because they want to make sure that you acknowledge all the people made the show in the
That's it.
first place.
That's where Hulu makes their big money.
That's
is
right.
all those that credit roll.
Yeah.
That's where they're making their bank.
I mean, it usually goes pretty quickly, but yes, they usually do finish it out.
Is that weird to you?
No.
Like I don't mind acknowledging the artist that made something, but when I click next episode, I want the next episode to play.
Right. But I mean, like when you used to listen to tapes, you had to. I guess when you were at the end of the tape, you could have flipped it over.
Tapes. Now, tapes is something that knew exactly where you left off.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
stopped mid-song, when you hit play, it's starting right there.
I guess you could just immediately go rewind.
I don't know if you remember, but there was a brief stint where like we said a lot in this apartment and on the phone with my sister, I said a lot. Pause, rewind.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I mean, streaming services have given us manna from the heaven during this quarantine.
Oh my gosh, but we knew this was happening before the pandemic. The cable was on its way out and that people saw how successful Hulu and Netflix got and they said, we need to get our hands in the water. And here we are now. Paramount Plus has a streaming service. AMC
Yeah,
has a
we
streaming.
just found out AMC has a streaming service.
Hello.
Like, AMC, your streaming service is live in a theater.
I know. Oh, but the network AMC.
There's
Yes.
an AMC network.
There's an AMC network.
Are you talking about
it's-
ABC? Are you talking about CBS?
No, I'm talking about AMC Plus.
Because AMC Theater now has the streaming service.
No, I know. We saw that, and that seems ridiculous because the whole reason why you go to AMC theaters is to go to a large screen.
Isn't it like American Movie Classics or something?
Yes, that's AMC. And I think they have AMC Plus, which means streaming,
What did they have before Plus?
just the TV. It was just on TV.
Oh yeah,
Network.
It's weird to me. It's hard for my brain to remember that things are broadcast on television,
Oh, yeah.
like over the airwaves.
Oh, yeah.
because we don't do it that way.
No, not.
I have an antenna, like we could hook it up, but like why?
No, we don't need it.
Because if I want to watch the Late Show with Stephen Colbert, I don't have to sift through what interviews were good. YouTube already knows the best parts.
YouTube.
I
Yes.
just watch that.
Yes, I know. You don't even have to watch the guests or see any other part of the show except that opening monologue.
Right, the opening monologue, sometimes a little bit of Quarantine While.
Yeah, I love Quarantine While.
Yeah.
Yes. I know. Well, the thing is I think I need to get Paramount Plus. Yeah.
Well, you were just telling me you needed stars the other day.
Well, no. Well, that's the thing. We don't have stars, and that's okay.
But I don't want to talk about the things I want to watch. I want to talk about the things I'm trying to watch.
because there's so much good television out there.
I'm talking about, you know how SNL took a break?
Yeah.
And it kept trying to play like the Thanksgiving best of episode.
Right.
Every time we tried to like see if there was a new episode, it would just be like, oh, you want to watch this classic old episode?
Yes, totally. There's a glitch in the system, and that's what happened.
A glitch.
That's
exactly right. A glitch. Like a glitch in the Matrix.
Yes.
Yeah.
But on the computer.
But not deja vu.
Real life glitch.
Yeah.
A real life glitch.
But it's like the Matrix where you're trying to stream.
Yeah, I can't watch my show.
Real life, and then all of a sudden, the thing you're streaming says, "Are you still watching, Veronique?"
I know, it's quite embarrassing.
And
But
you're
I'm
like,
glad
well,
that
who else are you talking to, Netflix?
usually happens to us when we're trying to watch Bob's Burgers or The Great North or our cartoon.
The Great North.
That's a great show too.
Speaking of our late night cartoons.
Well, because we have a routine.
I think
we
one of the reasons that we might be getting these glitches from our streaming services, and this is just occurring to me, is that we frequently use the pause button.
Oh, the pause.
Because we might be setting the chapter select at random places.
Don't think I can be considered in the pause part. I think you tend to use the pause on the control.
We collectively use it when you ask me a question and I have to pause the show and answer the question, frequently in a wildly roundabout and monolithic monologue that you didn't quite ask for.
Okay. I guess I do ask you to pause it when I randomly get up and put things away in the kitchen.
You do have that habit where you'll just randomly like pop up and be like, I'm going to put this lid off the pot in the sink now and then come back. How's the pot doing? It's still sitting on the stove. There's still food in it, so I didn't move it.
What's happening?
You pause it?
What's happening now in the show? I missed it. Did you pause it?
Yeah, we pause a lot. There's a lot of pause.
I think we experienced that today, even when we were watching Superstore.
Mm-hmm.
The visual was glitching, right? And
We
it
did get that.
stopped. And then I was like, oh no, it's snowing, it's raining, it's snowing, there's a snowstorm. We're going to lose the internet.
That wasn't an algorithm glitch.
No.
That was just our modem gets tired sometimes.
Yeah, but still.
But interesting you bring that up, though, because it does get a little fuzzy, meaning it's not giving us the highest resolution possible. But as soon as it goes to commercial, boom, highest resolution possible.
I know. I hated that.
Like, they really feed you those crisp 1040p commercials.
Yes.
Which, I mean, I get they want to pump the ads crisp because the advertisers are paying them, but I'm also paying them, right?
Well, I guess you're right. But, I mean, it's paying for those Hulu originals, you know?
Right. I get how business works. They collect money and they make a product. Does The Great ever ask you if you're still watching?
It has, yes. And that's been a moment where I've watched the first 20 minutes and then I start walking around to do things. And then when I hear something climactic has happened in the episode, I go into the other room and watch some more.
Oh, all right. When you audibly recognize that some drama happened,
Yes.
your drama,
I'm like,
you go in and watch then. You don't need all the mumbo jumbo in between.
Well,
You're like, this is the section Matt would pause and talk through anyway. I don't need to hear this. Well, I like to analyze things, and I love to watch a movie and then tear it to shreds after we watch it.
Yes, you do. What was the other day?
Like, what was we were watching Raya the Last Dragon. And
No,
we turned it off, and I was like, that movie had no moral.
Oh, yeah. No,
That
I
movie had
liked
no
it.
moral.
Oh, my gosh,
Because the
yeah.
person that stole the object, whatever it was at the beginning, the
right.
end moral of the movie was like, oh, trust her to steal it. So, like, she just got to keep it, and they just had to trust that was the right decision. There was no moral to that
We're
story.
very passionate about this movie. But what we watched the other day that we loved, Ron's Gone Wrong.
Oh, Ron's Gone Wrong.
And that's all about glitches.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just grasped my heart because I'm shedding a tear. She's absolutely right. It's about embracing the glitches.
Embracing the glitches.
It's about the flaws in the algorithm are what make it human.
There you go.
On the other hand, the saying goes, glitches get stitches.
Wait, we have to fix them. Or you start laughing.
What?
What does that phrase really even mean?
Glitches get stitches?
Yeah. No.
Let's break it down.
Glitches get I understand. It means you get hit. They told on you. Isn't that like snitches get
Snitches get glitches.
No. So there you go. Snitches get glitches.
What's the future of streaming?
Well, I've been saying this for years.
Oh.
They're going to double up all of the streaming services. They're going to
double it up.
Well, they're going to loop them into a bubble.
A bubble.
Yeah, so you're going to have like Paramount Plus, Netflix, AMC, and then you're going to have another bubble. That's Hulu.
Oh, it's almost
Bingo.
like packages.
And
gold,
yeah.
silver, and platinum packages.
Yeah, exactly. Like cable. And we cut the cord on cable, and they're just giving us more cable. Get ready for more glitches, because we're going to have bundles. Bundles of stitches. Bundles of glitches. Bundles of stitches. Glitches. Glitches.
This has been an episode of Grumble Goat.
Thanks for listening.
I'm Matt Labatka.
I'm Veronique Hurley. Please subscribe.
I hate when people say please subscribe.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. Check out Matt, the human. Oh.